Hi, Eric Richardson here with Roofing Specialists of San Diego, and today we're going to be talking about how to flash solar with an asphalt shingle roof. The importances, the do's, and the don'ts. So let's get started. I've got some samples here laid out so I can show you what it is that we do. Let's start with an asphalt shingle roof. The way that you install an asphalt shingle roof is very important. And on the package instructions, the manufacturer specifications, and even some municipal building codes, you have to install the shingles with what's called a pattern or a book. The reason you do this is because this shingle is installed with nails. So you can see the top shingle. It's got a nail, a nail, a nail, and a nail. Now, the reason you make this offset pattern is to keep this stice or this seam away from the nails and the seams. This is what's called a 3-tab shingle. This is called an architectural laminate shingle, and it does the same thing. So when you put your seam here, you're keeping the water on that seam away from the nails and the seam. So our preferred method of installing a flashing, now this is what's a 7-inch stanchion pole. It's made by Fast Jack. This is the same size pipe flashings on your roof for all of the plumbing vents. Your 1.5-inch black ABS pipes, your 2-inch black ABS pipes, your 3-inch sewer pipes, your 4 and 5-inch B vent heater pipes. We all use the same size flashing. Now, the reason this is preferred method number 1 is, first, the collar is 4 inches off the deck. And manufacturers and codes state any penetration needs to be 4 inches off the deck. Like all of your wall flashings, your saddle flashings, your skylight flashings, any termination where water is going to come down and reroute, needs to be 4 inches off the deck. In addition to that, why we prefer this method is because when I install my shingles, I install underneath. Then this goes on top, and then I cut my shingles around it. Okay? Now you can see that the side of this flashing is at least 6 inches, meaning I'm going to have a seam here with a shingle, and the next closest seam is going to be the seam on the flashing. The nails go on the flashing. So it's very important to keep that 6 inches away, just like you do on your shingle pattern. So this is approved method number 1. By far, what we try to do on every single job. Some solar companies refuse to do it, and then they'll go to this method. Now with this method, it's the same thing as this flashing. You're going to install this over your bottom course of shingles, then shingle up it, notching around. The problem with this is, you can see now I have a seam right here with my shingle seam, and then the next closest seam underneath it is only about 1.5 inches away. Not 6 inches. Not 6 inches. So then you have to rely on flashing cement, sealant, tar mastic is what we use for temporary repairs. It shouldn't be on an install. When you have a proper size flashing, you don't have to tar it up. You can just do it. I don't have to tar every course of shingles because they're 6 inches away. I don't have to tar this flashing because it's 6 inches away. But now with this, I have to tar this because it's very, very small. Then the absolute worst and an absolute no-no is a surface mount. You never, ever want to do a surface mount. 2 things. It's leaving an exposed fastener. 3, when I go buy my solar parts at the solar store, they're not even offering the ASTM D4586 approved sealants by the shingle manufacturer. And as you can see, that's what's called an M1 or a Chemlink, and it's just curling away because it's not compatible with the asphalt shingle roof. Now, we've seen surface mounts in the form of satellite dishes, and they've been failing. So do not use this as a way to install solar. Don't really even like using this as a way to install solar. Remember, that penetration is not 4 inches. Yes, it's covered. Granted, it's not going to get water in it, but it's very, very low. Ideal method is for your solar contractor to work with a licensed roofer who knows how to install roofing. You see, this is how we install it. Ever see a roofer on a Monday lay all the shingles to come back on a Tuesday to lift them up to put all the pipe flashings on? We do that as we go in a chronological step flashing so that we integrate every flashing as we lay the shingles. A lot of solar contractors want you to finish the roof, then they want to come in after, peel up your shingles, voiding the roofing warranty, because now you're tearing it apart to install these. Okay, always do this as you roof. San Diego, we've trained our installers, our roofing installers, to know how to read a plan set, to know how to do this. We offer that service for solar contractors. They send us a plan set. They say, hey, we're going to be doing solar after you do the roof. Here's the plan set. The roofers install, they lay out, they do the layout of the solar, they install all the flashings as we roof it. We can even install the rails and the inverters if you want. That way the solar guys are saving a truck roll, which can be very costly. They don't have to come out for a half a day just to mount all of the feet. We can do that. Then they just show up and they can run rails, panels, and be efficient. Thanks and have a great day.